YouTube, my name is Jake Asman. Welcome in to my channel. This is the Jake Asman Show for a Thursday, September 30th, 2021. Appreciate all of you who watch the videos each and every day. A reminder to please subscribe down below. If you're new to the channel, I am now over 7,000 subscribers, so thanks to everyone who supported the channel along the way. Next stop, 8,000. So if you like daily Jets video content and other clips from my radio show, either on ESPN Houston or Sports Map Radio on Saturdays, please subscribe and help the channel continue to grow. As always, you can interact with me on Twitter and Instagram as well, at Jake Asman. Just my name is where you can find me there. With that being said, let's get into today's opening monologue here. And here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what the Jets offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, can do to help Zach Wilson. Now, let's look at this matchup as a whole here on Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. I actually like this matchup a lot for the Jets. You look at the Jets so far through 3 games, obviously scoring 20 points in 3 games is not going to cut it. It's unacceptable. I don't care about how good the defenses are that you're facing. But in fairness, the Jets have faced 3 top 5 defenses so far this year. Week 1 against Carolina, week 2 against Belichick's defense at home, and with a rookie making his second ever start. That's nightmare fuel right there. And then obviously last week in the Broncos home opener, tough spot. Should the Jets be better on offense than they've showed so far? Absolutely, but the numbers are the numbers. They have faced 3 really good defensive coaches, and they have faced 3 really good defenses thus far. But this feels like a much better matchup on Sunday for the Jets. Obviously, if you look at what the Titans have, they have a good quarterback in Ryan Tannehill, but the rest of their team right now, the rest of their team's pretty banged up. A.J. Brown dealing with a hamstring injury. He's probably not going to play in this one. You look at some of the other injuries that the Tennessee Titans have with Julio Jones. He's banged up. He might not be able to go, and if he does go, what do you really expect from him? So that's the Titans offensively, right? I'll talk more about that coming up either in this video or in tomorrow's preview. But as far as the Titans defense, let's keep this in mind here. The Titans defense is starting a bunch of guys that aren't known quantities, especially in their secondary. Their starting cornerbacks are Janoris Jenkins, who Giants fans obviously know well, and Christian Fulton. Their starting safety is Matthias Farley. He was a backup for the Jets last season. So this is a secondary that is not great. This is a defense that has not been great to start the year. They're built with Derrick Henry. They're built with their offense. This is a Titans defense. Even though they have a defensive coach and Mike Vrabel, this is a defense that's nowhere close to the level of defenses that Mike LaFleur and Zach Wilson have faced so far through the first 3 weeks of the season. So with that being said, should the Jets offense have been better than it's been so far? Yeah, duh. But I think this is a much better matchup for them. And I think what we also have to remember as well, even though we're living in the moment with this team and we're all certainly frustrated by how they played so far, we're still talking about a rookie OC, a rookie quarterback, and a rookie head coach. So it just has not been a good combination for the Jets. It's only 3 games. They better be a lot better going forward because we're not going to sit through another 14 games like what we saw last Sunday in Denver. But you would expect the Jets to get better as the year goes on because of the youth on this team. LaFleur needs experience. Wilson needs experience. Saleh needs experience. The matchup's better for the Jets at home against a defense they should be able to move the ball on. So I am expecting a much better performance by the Jets offense here. They should be able to go out there and score multiple touchdowns in this game. Mike LaFleur needs to, in this game, go out there and get the short passing game involved. Cut half the field off for Zach Wilson. Why aren't the Jets using Zach Wilson as a runner more? I'm not saying you run him like he's Lamar Jackson, but Zach Wilson's athletic. He can make plays. You got to keep defenses off balance here. If the Jets are going to be down Jamison Crowder again, and if Elijah Moore can't get out of concussion protocol, what creative play calls could the Jets add here to help out their young rookie quarterback? I think Mike LaFleur needs to switch it up. I think he needs to step up. They got to run the ball more. Only 13 rushes on Sunday for the Jets. Establish the run against a Titans defense that is not elite. So get Michael Carter involved. Get Ty Johnson involved. Short passes. Can the Jets receivers please catch the ball, though, that hit them in the hands? I mean, it's a combination of a lot of things. Offensive line, a la Greg Van Roten and company, need to protect Zach Wilson more. Wilson's got to get the ball out quick, and guys got to catch the ball. The Jets are second in the NFL in drops. So it's not all on LaFleur, but he's the guy that you look at and go, well, Wilson's the quarterback no matter what next year. Robert Saleh is the coach no matter what next year. I'm not convinced LaFleur is definitely back as this team's OC. So I'm not saying fire the guy through 3 games because that'd be ridiculous, but we do need to see some significant improvement these next 14 games, and specifically in this game on Sunday. There's no excuse for the Jets to go out there and be this inept at home, because I'll tell you what, if they start as bad as they did against the Broncos, and if they play as bad as they did against the Broncos on Sunday against this Titans defense at home, MetLife's going to be an ugly place. The boos are going to rain down. It's going to be ugly. The Jet fan has had to watch a lot of garbage football. We were told it was going to be different this year. We set the bar for this team as low as it could be. We didn't even want wins. We're like, please just be competitive. Give us something to watch. Let us think we have a chance on Sunday, right? Week 1, we had a chance. The last 2 weeks have been a disgrace. So the bar is set so low that if the Jets somehow are beneath that bar on Sunday, it's going to get real ugly at MetLife Stadium. So those are some things I'm looking at from the LaFleur standpoint, right? Short passes, run the ball more, cut the field in half, design runs for Zach Wilson. And can Denzel Mims play, please? Like, I'm tired of having to talk about Denzel Mims, but it's asinine that he's not playing in this game. If Moore and Crowder can't play, and I got to watch Berrios and Jeff Smith over Denzel Mims, like, I don't even know what I'm going to say at that point. So Denzel Mims needs to be out here. Get him some design plays. Throw the ball downfield. See, the Jets in this offense never take chances downfield. If you watch today's NFL, doesn't it feel like there's a penalty half the time when you take a chance throwing deep downfield? The Jets need some chunk plays in this offense. Mike LaFleur needs to help Zach Wilson. Now, one thing I think that's worth pointing out here is that when you look at, kind of what the Jets' plan was for this offense, I think a big reason why they never added a veteran quarterback is because Greg Knapp was supposed to be one of the coaches on this team. And obviously you lose Greg Knapp to the tragedy in the biking accident in late July. That certainly wrecks your plans. But this is kind of where I think Knapp's influence is being felt here, or lack of influence, I should say, because I just think LaFleur at times has been in over his head through these first couple games with some of the decisions. And that's what you would expect from a first-time play caller. But if Greg Knapp was there, who knows, maybe things would be a little different. He'd be a calming influence for both LaFleur and obviously for a young rookie quarterback and Zach Wilson. So that's one thing I did want to point out, why I think we have seen just some real struggles by the play caller to begin this season, on top of the fact that, well, he's also a rookie. But, once again, run the football more. I thought the Jets were going to copy the Niners. The Niners love to run the ball in different design runs. The Niners have different zone blocking runs. They use a bunch of different backs. The Jets need to get back to that starting Sunday against a Titans defense that should be way more susceptible to points. Like, the Jets better go out there and score a bunch of points in this game. I'm not even asking them to win, but do I think the Jets could cover the spread on Sunday? I really do. I think this should be a game in the fourth quarter. I don't think you're asking that much for the Jets to go out there and be competitive in this game. The spread's 7 right now. Can the Jets stay in that range? I think they certainly can, but they got to make those adjustments that I'm talking about. Once again, you're talking about a Titans team that could be missing A.J. Brown. Julio Jones is banged up. The Jets, one thing they do well is stop the run. I know Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry, but I think the Jets could stay in this game, and make sure that Henry doesn't run for like 200 yards against them. And look, I'll say it again. The Titans starting cornerbacks are Janoris Jenkins and Kristen Fulton. Kristen Fulton was a backup on the Jets last year. He's starting for them right now. Or excuse me, Matthias Farley is their starting safety. He was a backup for the Jets last year. Fulton's okay. Janoris Jenkins, I think Giants fans know all about, Jackrabbit. So that all being said, this is a matchup that is infinitely more winnable for the Jets, but at the minimum, can we compete? Can we have a game where, the young rookie quarterback plays well, the Jets are scoring points? Once again, I get it. They have faced some good defenses through the first 3 games. 3 of the top 5 defenses in yards per game. But the Titans aren't the Patriots. The Titans aren't the Broncos. The Titans aren't the Panthers. This is a mediocre to below average defense that's banged up on both sides of the ball. Jets need to go out there and show some competency on Sunday. No doubt about that. All right, let's open it up to some comments and questions, and let's see what we got here. A comment here from Matt. Zach Wilson is the most pro-ready rookie I've ever seen. If Mike LaFleur said that, then, well, that's not a good look for him based on how he's played so far. There's no doubt about that. I think it's way too early to close the book on LaFleur, but at the same time, the Jets need to go out there and be infinitely more competitive than they've been so far. Frank, if Mims doesn't play, someone's got to get fired. I mean, come on. Mims should be out there. I think it goes without saying Mims should be out there, no doubt about that. Keep sending in your questions here. One thing I forgot to address just in the opening comments here is what's happening with Marcus May. That's a big blow for this defense. There's no doubt. And I hate the fact that his slime ball agent is already sending a tweet being like, he'll be healthy just in time for the trade deadline. Like, Eric Burkhart seems like a D-bag. I'm just going to throw that out there. All right. And no one wants to hear from Marcus May's agent then. He'll be healthy in time for the trade deadline. If a team offered the Jets a boatload of picks, May would be off the team right now because they're clearly not signing him long term. I like Marcus May, but the way that Marcus May's agent views Marcus May is if he's, Jamal Adams, and he's certainly not that type of player. He's a nice player. He's not worth, at age 29, signing into a multi-year contract, given the situation the Jets find themselves in. So, yes, it's a big blow. Do I think the Jets will trade May if he's healthy by the deadline? I guess a lot of it depends on what the offers are and where the Jets are at that point. What's the Jets' record when they're in position to potentially trade Marcus May? What do we have here? Ashton Davis and Kyle Hamilton, best safety duo in football. Can't wait. Yeah, the Jets are banged up in the secondary without Marcus May. Obviously, they need to just find a way to keep guys in front of them. It will help that the Titans are missing some key guys, but they need to go out there and they need to score some points. Like, the Jets are not going to be able to win this game at the final score. If you think the final score is going to be, 13-10, Jets are going to need to score in the upper 20s to be in points if they're going to have a chance to win this game here. Yeah, once again, I see Jason wrote in about Marcus May's agent's comments. That guy's a clown is how I would look at it. I mean, you're doing your client no favors, and I think it's a bad look for you and your agency if you have the gall and the audacity to tweet just in time for the trade deadline, my client will be healthy. Like, dude, shut up. Shut up. You're a clown. That's what I would have to say to Marcus May's agent. I think that's a terrible look. And I think it's a bad look for Marcus May. Like, if I was Marcus May, I'd be upset that my agent who represents me is saying that type of thing. I think it's a bad look for guys inside that locker room, and it's a bad look for the Jet fans that have supported Marcus May every step of the way. So, bad look by Marcus May's agent. Mr. Tuda, I'm already drained, Jake. The first 3 games, I already feel like this is a repeat of 2020. Mr. Tuda, I feel you. Sunday felt like any Adam Gase game over the last 2 years. I do think, though, we have to be a little more patient. I understand it's looked ugly, and the Jets have been non-competitive in their last 2 games. But if we go game by game, week 2, I thought the team played well besides the most important position on the field at quarterback. Sunday, I got nothing for you. The team sucked. So I just hope that they can make the corrections, fix it, and go out there and figure things out. It's unfortunate that the Jets are in a spot where they played the level of defenses they played with a rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, rookie OC. I expected growing pains. I think we can expect it to be better than it was on Sunday, though. I think the bar is so low that it's fair to expect more from this franchise, even though they've been a joke for 10 years. Braxton Berrios had a ball go through his hands on a drag route. The ball was intercepted. Denzel Mims should be playing. I mean, Braxton Berrios, I don't think is a bad player. I think he's been productive, but that one interception that Wilson had, where on the play Matt's referring to, the drag route goes right through his hands. I mean, give me a break. Also, that was a great play by Zach Wilson. I know it gets lost in the shuffle because of the overall performance, but Wilson stepped up in the pocket, avoided the rush, on the run, crossed his body, threw a beautiful pass to Berrios. Catch the football, dude. Corey Davis, you're paid a lot of money. Catch the football, dude. The Jets, once again, are second in the NFL in drops. Like, what do you expect Zach Wilson to do if he's on pace to get sacked 85 times? His receivers are second in the NFL in drops, and his rookie OC is not putting him in position for success. I'm not saying Zach's blameless here. Obviously, he's a rookie. He's going to make his own mistakes. But, man, Zach's got to be allowed to make his mistakes playing that position. The other guys on the team, there's way less margin for error. Catch the football if you're a damn receiver. Michael Carter, catch the football when it hits you in the hands, man. It's just, it's been frustrating. And I'd like to see the Jets get healthy at that spot. But, us Jet fans, of course, we're used to not having great luck with Crowder still not having played yet. Now, Elijah Moore in concussion, very frustrating. But got to stay the course. There's still 14 games left in this season. What do we got here? What do you expect to hold Derrick Henry to? I'm sure he'll have over 100 rushing yards because he does that to everyone. But the big thing is, if Derrick Henry's the only one beating you, you can live with that. Like, obviously, you'd like to stop Derrick Henry. I'd like to date Jennifer Aniston. It's probably not going to happen, right? So, Derrick Henry is going to get his. I think the key for the Jets is making sure that if Julio Jones plays, because he's a little banged up, he doesn't torch them. A.J. Brown, I don't think will play with the hamstring injury, so that's a win for the Jets. Like, they cannot get torched at other spots. They're probably going to get beat on the ground a bunch by Derrick Henry, but can they limit the damage elsewhere? They should be in the game if that happens here. There's no doubt about that. Vinny and the Jets. I've been saying it since day one. The coaching staff doesn't like Mims. If he isn't dressed on Sunday, he must be traded. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know if it's that they don't like him. I think they are very stubborn on, our offense requires our receivers to do everything. And if you can't do this, we can't play you. When I think great coaches look at the talent they have on their team and they coach to the talent. Like, they evolve their offensive game plan, in this case, if you're Mike LaFleur, to the talent that you do have on your roster. So I think there's no excuse for Mims not to be playing. We watched him be productive as a rookie in Adam Gase's offense, despite not having a training camp or preseason because he was injured. So Mims should be out there. There's no doubt. It's a joke he hasn't been out there. I mean, it's not like, I tweeted this on Sunday and it went viral. The Jets just have so much offensive talent. They have no place for a guy that was a second-round pick and played well as a rookie last year. I mean, the stubbornness has got to stop. I think coaches got to check the ego at the door and go out there and do what's best for the team. And no one could argue to me that Denzel Mims would not make this team better on Sunday. Chris writes in, would you rather a quarterback who starts cold but adapts to the game as it goes and gets better, or a quarterback who starts hot but who doesn't know how to adjust? Basically, Zach versus Sam. Yeah, Sam was good in the opening drives of games because that's when everything was scripted. Like, the one thing you could actually say Gase wasn't awful at, the Jets usually scored points in their first drive. Like, they had that streak where they scored like 9 games in a row on their opening drive. Now, a lot of times it was field goals, not touchdowns, but that's the thing that's been frustrating with the Jets. They had no points on any of their opening drives so far this year, and that's usually when you're supposed to come out and click as an offense because that's all scripted. Like, you have the game plan of what you're going to open, the game with, and they've struggled there. So how nice would it be if the Jets could come out on Sunday and set the tone, Chris, and go out there and actually get points on their opening drive? I'm not even asking for a touchdown. How about we just get a field goal? Like, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I see Chris then followed up, Sam is the scripted god. Yeah, I mean, the one thing you could say about Gase and Darnold, they scored on their opening drive. The Jets haven't done that through 3 games this year, so there's no doubt about that. Look, obviously this offense can't be any worse than it was on Sunday. They didn't score any points, but we've now gone 2 games in a row where the Jets have not scored touchdowns. Simply put, that's just unacceptable. The Jets have to be better there, and it starts against a defense on Sunday in Tennessee. That's not the Broncos, not the Patriots. Like, there's no excuse for the Jets to not go out there, run the football more than 13 times, play action, screen game. Like, I thought that's what this offense was going to be, and so far through 3 games, it looks like Adam Gase is coaching this offense right now. So that has to improve. There's no doubt about that. All right, guys, I'd like to thank all of you who watched this video. Thanks so much to everyone who took time to watch either live or after the fact. My name is Jake Asman. Once again, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel right down below. Do me a favor, smash the subscription button here. It helps the channel continue to grow. Plus, if you want more Jets coverage, Twitter is where you can find me at Jake Asman. I live tweet every single Jets game, so you'll get real reaction to the good and, what's been mostly bad so far from the season each and every game day. I'll be back with a video tomorrow. Mike Mitchell is going to be joining me from Fansided, covers the Jets for the Fansided site. We will preview the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Once again, thanks to everyone who took time to watch. Thanks for watching. My name is Jake Asman once again. This has been the Jake Asman Show for a Thursday. See ya.